been wanting to get a time-lapse clip from the slopes of Haleakala above Maui's Central Valley. In February, I did a counterclockwise circuit up the upper Haleakala trails to scope out the area. Then things came up and the clip capture was delayed till mid-August. Finally, on the morning of August 11, my wife, daughter, and grandson gave me a ride to the summit of Haleakala. I started down the Skyline Trail about 10 a.m. and reached the Polipoli campgrounds around 3. The trip down wasn't too busy. I saw one person biking uphill and 2 mountain bikers zoom by headed downhill. Below the gate, a pickup and later an SUV kicked up clouds of dust. Everything looked pretty dry. My Garmin Instinct 2X Solar said I had hiked just 8.5 miles, and my loaded Durston Kakwa 55 was just about 24 pounds. Not too heavy for my 130-pound weight, but I was very tired. My legs were burning, my nose was running, I was coughing, and I had to lie flat on my back for a bit before I could summon energy to set up camp. My tent was pitched in a relatively level spot. Polipoli doesn't have many level site options next to a covered picnic field. I've camped at Polipoli before, but I was blown away by the bird song. Birds started chirping and singing as the sun came up and didn't quit until sunset. Very nice and calming. I got a few clips of apapane, juveniles, and brilliant red adults. A local, well-equipped photographer showed up to get pictures of the apapane. He remarked at the large number of apapane and said he was working to get photos and video for scientists studying beach. My plan was to turn the camping experience into a bit of a misogi by restricting my calorie intake. I packed 1,100 calories of food per day. I burned more than normal and was short about 4,000 calories for the trip and weighed about a pound less when I got home. I never felt especially hungry, maybe because I had some kind of virus or because my special cold-soaked oatmeal gruel filled me up. I got one starlapse with tall trees surrounding the Polipoli campground. On Wednesday, I climbed to the 8,000-foot level to the spot I was hoping to get my starlapses with my Instant 360 X4. It was disappointingly cloudy, no views of the Central Valley. The normal pattern for the West Haleakala slope is cloud in by mid-morning and clear up sometime late afternoon. I gave up waiting around 8:30 p.m. and resolved to wake early Thursday to catch a starlapse and sunrise time-lapse with hopes for a clearer sky. I was a little late getting set up Thursday morning, but got some shots. Thursday's hike turned out to be a bit of an unplanned missile. The accumulation of poor sleep, virus, cold temperature, and rough trail presented a challenge. The first half of the 4.8 miles to the Hunter check-in station were slow. It took 3 hours to do the first 2.3 miles. The trail is rough, poorly maintained, and hard to follow. It was my third time on this upper Haleakala Trail, but I still had to check my Gaia GPS multiple times to find my way. I had some Maiden Gear on this trip. My Instinct 2X solar, a Carbo 20,000, and Lumina Aid solar lantern. The Nightcore Carbo 20,000 power bank was purchased after my old 10,000 milliamp power brick failed to keep my iPhone Pro Max 15 charged for an earlier 3-night camping trip. The Carbo 20,000 had 40% left after this 4-night trip. The Carbo is expensive at over $100, but I'm glad to have it. The Luminade was an afterthought. I hoped it would provide a cool illumination of my tent for night shots. It did. The bonus was over 5 days, it provided about 33% charge for my iPhone. I recently bought the Garmin Instinct 2X Solar to get an app that doesn't run on my Fenix 3 HR. The app to control my Insta360 hasn't worked out yet, but I like the Instinct a lot. The info available to the Garmin Connect iPhone app is colorful, fun, and probably an incentive to get more exercise in. I didn't take my Helionox Zero chair, so I slipped a 10 by 5 by half-inch piece of foam and used it as a sit pad. It worked well at the picnic tables of Polipoli and was okay on the ground at 8,000 feet. My plan was to walk down to Rice Park to catch the county bus home. I must have looked pretty ragged sitting eating my energy bar lunch at the Hunter check-in as the first vehicle by stopped and asked if I needed a ride. Mr. Kualani agreed to give me a ride to Rice Park in the back of his pickup. But when we arrived, he asked me where I was headed next, and it turned out his route plan went right by my condo, so he gave me a ride all the way home. Maui no ko'oi.